What? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Pain, because everybody shall know Pain. It's been a while since I done collabs, but I'm here not by myself. Please introduce yourself to the people if they don't know who you are.
Hey guys, it's Dollar here from Dragonspheres. So what's up? Hanging out with Pain here.
And me and Dr. Dollar, Dr. Dollar, is here to talk about. First thing we want to talk about is Hidon Kagazu, Datara Sasori, and Mana and Obito and their utilities from PvP and PvE and how well they can go with other ninjas. You know, so just in case you're curious of getting one of them, who you should pair up with that particular ninja.
Yeah, basically.
So first off, we are talking about Hidon and Kagazu, correct?
Yeah. The thing about it is really interesting. I don't believe any of the assault does this. He increases all allies avoid injury by 20%. And that's really good. Because I think about, from other sources, there's only so far I can go from having 6 pads, title, gear, accessories. There's a cap on that. So the only other way to get it higher then would be a ninja like this. We increase everybody for 20%.
Especially, what you might say?
I just consider it really like that. You don't continue.
And especially, your vanguards, you want to be able to, just get that avoid injury rate so high to where they can take damage. Because it gets to a point, even, in certain PvE stages where it's like that, you might have, say, 150% avoid injury rate. You need more because they're going to get hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's extra 20%, push it up to 170 or whatever. That's something that's well needed.
Yeah, definitely. Well, 150 is a lot though, but still, that definitely helps. For example, my Uzumaki has 123%, but then again, I'm on the devil. So if I had 6 pads, I would be 143. If I'm not correct, I think on the devil 6 pad is like 20% avoid. I'm not sure. It could be 10%, but either way, that extra 20% does definitely help, and it's for the entire team too, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot, the ranks gives, damage rate, avoid injury rate.
Yeah, and some agility and attack. So it definitely helps, that as well, the title, but yeah, I've been saving for it, just random. I have a 3.4 million. I need 4.9. So I'm getting there. But yeah. Let's see. So of course he increased and he decreases opponent speed by 25%. So that's really nice for PvP, and decreases damage rate as well by 35%. Passively. So your ninja is going to do very low base damage, but your DOT is not going to be affected by it though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, because attack, DOT, but damage rate just doesn't affect it at all.
Yeah, it would be way better if it was attack, but oh well.
Like, imagine that was attack. 35%, I mean, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So I can't understand why it is, but it's kind of a bummer. That's all the negatives so far, I would say. Every 10% HP loss increase attack by 5% and avoid injury by 5%. I kind of wish it was 10%, but I mean, okay, that's still good.
I mean, right now it's unbuffed, so
if it could be 10%, that would be pretty awesome.
And then when you look at the immunity, I don't know why it's just one immunity, but hey.
Yeah, I hope that it's going to be 2 when it gets buffed, because who gives a shit about the no super flash? I would rather take 2 immunities and just not having no super flash, because in top 50 even on Vietnam, which is a little bit behind on ninjas, even there's like one person with 3-eye mother and nobody else has it. So, nobody uses super flash.
But I feel like what they're doing, when it comes to with assaulters, is every new assaulter, I think they feel like no matter what, we're just gonna slap on and ignore Super Flash.
Come on, do something new, like ignore the OT. No, I'm just kidding, but like put something new, like I don't know. Maybe ignore reduce attack, for example. If a ninja has that as a passive, that ninja ignores the reduce attack. That would be more interesting than ignore Super Flash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a ninja having where they can, like, instead of decreasing my stats, I ignore the fact that you're trying to, that counter.
Yeah. So that would be more interesting than Super Flash, but I do like that it's immune to blind though, because you can't cleanse blind.
Oh yeah, you can't.
So that you're immune to it is important to counter pain corner.
It's so overall with that talent, where do you see it helping in, or do you, I guess on the scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think it would help for PvE and utility? Well, utility for PvE.
For PvE, because of the word injury, and because of the increased attack and word injury to self, I mean, it's just the word injury and attack and the word injury though, there's nothing really else on the talent. So we're just talking about the talent right now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 6.57 is good, but it could be better for PvE.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the decrease opponent speed by 25% is mainly, and damage rate is mainly, damage rate is good for PvE too, but mainly it's the PvP talent, kind of.
And then that speed, I could say push it a little bit. Like for me, I want to say 6.5 because, let's say you battle like you got the last 3 for reincarnated Mount Miyaboku. You fight the first person. I think it's Butterfly Choji. I think you battle him, and their team might automatically outspeed you. By having that decreased speed, might give you a chance to let your support attack. But other than that, I mean, talent wise, it can help a little bit PvE, but PvP gets a thumbs up for me.
Yeah, PvE I would give it 6.75 or something, like kind of a weird rating, but yeah, PvE. For PvP though, the fact that they increase everybody by 25% is really OP for PvP. It really is. And it does, and it is really fast on its own. So PvP, I feel like it's better. I would say like an 8 or 7.5.
I can agree with that.
Pretty much, because I could have put it at like a 8.5 if you had another immunity. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you have good immunity, like immune to chaos or Mother Beat or immune to paralyze from Sasuke or something like that, then I would give it a little bit higher. For PvP, what about you?
Everybody, when it comes to, the speed, and you got, like, the supports with crazy speed buffs, you need something to be able to decrease that, so it gives you a chance to outspeed, damage rate. That's the thing, like, with damage rate and attack, the scale, I mean, I know, assaulters, if you give them, like, an oak, what's the thing, the, awakening. They get more BP from the attack than damage rate. But I mean, at least you're doing something, so that you'll take less damage, and the void rate kind of makes sure your whole team takes less damage. So about an 8, it's pretty good with me.
Yeah, I agree.
But now we get into the skill, which is very interesting that they did that. Having where they have 1, 2, 5 different crowd controllers they can hit you with, 70% chance, reducing damage rate and attack for 2 rounds, and then the punch rate stuff I don't really care for. But
in the Rebels, it's nice. Wait, what's it?
with the chaos, silence, shock, paralysis, and death point striking. with this ninja,
Yeah.
I want to say if you want to use this ninja, it becomes more of a I don't know, I guess planning, because when you have it where okay, you build a certain team, go against certain people, it's like, and you might I guess in a way of knowing what each ninja is immune to, so it's like it's random, so it's like I might hit you with chaos this time, hit you with shock this time, hit you with science this time, so it's like I guess you can with them having 5 different crowd controls, you could probably cover the spread and have it where your 2 supports have 2 other crowd controls, so you add into it in a way, so it just makes it more I don't want to say gimmicky, but it's something interesting though.
It's like have you watched I forgot already. You didn't watch Hunter x Hunter, did you?
Nope.
Just can I just kind of talk about the ability real quick? It's not a huge spoiler, kind of. This is just small spoiler.
Okay.
Like there's a character. I'm not going to name him. He has an ability. I'm not going to say a name because of you haven't watched it, but he spins that and then gets a random ability. His ability is to summon something that gives him a random ability in form of a weapon. So it's kind of like that in a way. I find it very interesting.
But could you also might say the reason why he did that is because Kakuzu has 3 hearts, and then you could say that like Kakuzu himself.
Yes, 5.
Yeah, 5 because Hidon himself. Oh, he has 5 hearts. Yeah, it's 4 and then him.
At 4 elements and his own, right?
Yeah.
I think there's 5. But that's beside the point. For example, I know everybody's going to be running, and I think pretty much everybody's going to get Pencono as a supporter just because how fast and it's easy.
Yeah.
But Pencono, the thing is, you gotta look at the immunities too. It's paralyzed and stunned, they're immune to. Meaning, Kakuzu-hi, if he gets to skill, hit point striking, as long as it's not paralyzed that he does, so any other of the ones, then he stops Pencono.
In her tracks.
Yeah, it's not going to be faster than Pencono, but with how tanky everybody is now, like if you're watching this on a new player, you wouldn't really understand as much because it's more everybody that's like 2 incarnate or 1 incarnate and really strong as big standard, they're all very tanky, isn't that right, Dave?
Yeah.
Especially if you use reduced attacking, just like RDK and Arena, stuff like that, or Uzumaki for boost defense, stuff like that. You're very tanky, so more than likely, as long as your Kakuzu here doesn't get CC'd over and over, they're going to skill. So as long as it doesn't choose to paralyze, it could be death point striking, shock, silence, or chaos, he will stop your Pencono. And if it's chaos, your Pencono will do massive damage to your own Vanguard. So, because of how high attack it's going to have, so yeah.
But then, determining if, how many, if their buff version gets, let's say, another crowd control, and, what I'm trying to picture is that you have, Pain and Konan is going to be the fastest support, and, let's say Hidon Kakuzu dodges their paralysis. Okay, cool. And then, let's say you're lucky enough, your second support, or let's say your second support doesn't get CC and lives, and let's say they have, I guess what I'm trying to say is,
let's say it's Hiruzen, for example, cleanse the DOTs.
I wanted someone that's going to call another crowd control to where Hidon Kakuzu has to not get hit by either one, so then when they go, they're going to be like, okay, next round I got you, because you're going to get hit with, these 5 different mixtures.
Yeah, and that's the thing which makes them so interesting is that normally people kind of like, okay, I can prepare against these new ninjas with these immunities that I have, but with this ninja, you really can't know what you're going to get hit by, so and it's kind of hard to get you can't really get a new team now that are immune to every one of these immunities, so you gotta get the whole team, but then they're gonna be too slow in PvP, so you can't really do that either. So you're kind of stuck hoping to get lucky not getting hit by the one CC that the CCs you're not immune to, so it's kind of a difficult ninja. It's very good with that thing.
Now, with their skill,
there's all, yeah.
How would you rate their skill in your opinion?
Well, I'll talk about it a little bit more about. It was also reduce opponent damage rate by 20%, attack by 20%. I like the attack thing. And by time, well, I don't know about others, but by the time I get it, I won't be using. I will not be using Hirsen anymore in PvP by the time I get this ninja. Because I'll be using Sasuke, Champagne, and Conan, so, you know, that's the thing, they won't override them. They won't override the reduced attack skill thing. But if you have Hirsen, that's obviously a problem. Kind of. But that's good.
Yeah, because your DOT is going to be lower and your overall damage is dropped. And then their talent on top of that does stack with their skill, so then your damage rate is now lowered by even more. But then, I was trying to think of a ninja that talent. Well, I'm trying to think. A ninja's talent lowers their attack. I think if you want, you could pair them up with Naruto and Hinata and get that extra attack drop.
Yeah, or if you have all the ninja like me, like Kaguya.
Yeah, either one of those two.
And even in the Sasuke, but I don't think too many use him anymore. But I wouldn't recommend getting Sasuke anymore. Definitely not.
Yeah, they just get stomped.
Well, yeah. But yeah, you could pair them up like you said.
As a support, if you wanted to, someone could run a 1-3-1, but if you want to go a 2-2-1 with them, then support wise, off the top of my head, I think Yaiko and Conan increase your damage rate, but I was thinking lower their stuff, so
yeah.
I'm trying to think, Sasuke and Itachi.
Well, you try to think what support passive reduce attack.
Yeah.
It's only in the Sasuke actually.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure no new ninja did it. So yeah, I think so. Yeah. But anyway. If that's correct, which I think it is, it will be best with Naruhi now or Kaguya team up with them. But then you have to have it 1-3-1, but still, like, as long as you don't have you can still use them, as long as you don't have use them that also do the same thing with the reduced attack skill, then you can still utilize these guys.
Yeah, because you don't want anything to stack.
Yeah.
Well, not stack. You don't want them to get override, but the skill wise, when it comes to PvE, I'm trying to think. I think most of them are immune. I think the higher PvE stages are immune to every last one of them. Maybe Chaos. No, Chaos. I'm trying to think which one is not immune to Chaos. I think it was Forbidden Jutsu Lab where all these worked. Maybe against Naruto, I don't know for sure if you can use one of these.
If I recall, all of these work up to that point in PvE. Like I think all of these work until Penuma.
Oh yeah, it's like.
I think they stopped working at Penuma, but they work for the first 3 labs, I think. Or they work until the stage 16 in Penuma. Somewhere in Penuma it stops working, I remember. And they work in Reincarnate, they work in normal Goku, I think, but not the bosses, not the main character thing. For example, Naruto in Mount Myoboku, it doesn't work on him, but it works on his team. For a regular Mount Myoboku.
Because reincarnating, I know for sure, Chaos doesn't work. No, I think Chaos could work too.
It works.
No, Stun works though. Stun does work though.
Every CC works for the first 2 stones, the first 6 battles, the first 2 stones, which is what they call them. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
And after that, only stun works, yeah.
Okay. And then the punch, I mean, how much do you care when it comes to punch rate?
For PvE?
PvP.
Or PvP, both.
PvP.
PvE? What?
PvP.
PvP, I mean, it's really situational, so it's kind of luck-based, so I don't care about it a lot.
Because when it comes... continue with me.
You go ahead.
I was saying, but for PvE, your opponent, they don't really get extra rounds like that.
True. It's not going to matter much in PvE either, because you're going to just... it's not going to matter that much. Because if you're a ninja that gets punched extra round in PvE, unless you do base damage high, which you don't do at higher stages, which is where you actually need a powerful team, then, we're just going to override the previous DOT before the round, before they take a new T damage, so it doesn't matter. So for PvE and PvP, I feel like it's not that great. But for Rebels, obviously, it's great for like me and Pain, who can't one-shot kill to stage 100 yet, so for us, that helps. Because you get more, because of the Rebel attack boost, you always do high damage, so with the punch rate...
Oh yeah, punch rate, makes it
so
go first.
They will great, yeah, and they really increase their attack as well, so it will be great. In there. But, and decrease enemies or punch it, I mean, unless they're using like a tornado, I feel like that's not that great.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
because any other ninja besides Toneri, and if they don't have any punch rate accessories or equipment, that 20% virtually lowers them down to 0%. So they're after a skill, they're not punching at all.
Yeah.
But all in all,
sorry.
No, I would say all in all, good PvP, very, very little for PvE.
Yeah. This is the household little PvE left. That's what I'm going to get in, but okay in PvE, but not great, but not bad either. Like average in PvE. In PvP, I feel like they're really good. But for PvE rating for the skill, just back with what I'm saying. I feel like kind of the same like talent, like a 6.7 or something. 7, 6.5. In that range. It's average. A little above average.
I want to say, like, based on the player, like, if you're a lower, like, if I want to say lower level, let's say you're level 100 and get this ninja, and, the crowd controls will help out, it'd be like, okay, they're not immune to it, and then that damage rate and attack helps out, but if you're a higher level player, then it's like, I'll go with that 6, so the way I look at it is like the skill is like not that good to me, but someone else who is a lot lower be like, you know what, I like that skill.
Yeah, for PvE.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So what's your rating for PvE? PvE,
crowd control, the attack stuff. I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go with 5.
5, okay. Well, it's fair. It's average.
But now, on to, we want to go...
PvP rating, for PvP rating, I would give it, just because of the current rate, which is I feel like is I would low compared to the tank, it's a little bit worse. I would lower it to like a 7.5 instead of 8 for PvP.
Oh yeah, for me PvP, I want to say it's higher.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5 or 7, maybe a 7.
Yeah, I give it about the same.
Yeah. So I mean, so it might not have the highest ratings, but just because it's quite an interesting ninja, especially with that random CC. Just because of that, I will get them. Who I would keep them up with, like I said before, not with Hughes, so it goes to override. I mean, I would team it up with like people that help him survive and make him faster. So, for example, Sasitachi and Conan will beat the mother. That would be kind of who I would team up with because all the speed, the healing from Sasitachi to help him survive, stuff like that. Yeah, and the aid rate stuff. Yeah, so kind of like that. What would you do?
With them, well, with these guys, support line, I'll pair. I feel like I'll probably go with the same ones that you said with Monero Obito, Pain, Conan, and Sasuke and Itachi, just for the sake of, if you want to outspeed people, you're gonna need that crazy amount of speed that both the supports give, and then that speed decrease, and then Obi and Obito and Monero that we're gonna get to also has a speed buff, so that's a really good team in that sense. Because you have the three you have 3 DOTs, you have virtually let's see, six crowd controls because Sasuke Itachi has paralysis. Yeah, about 6 crowd controls. Even though one is random, but you know.
Yeah, I feel like Sasitachi, because of the Kakusu reducing all that damage and reducing the attack with the skill, if it does get skill up, I mean, then for the second round, I feel like it wouldn't be hard for Sasitachi with his high attack and heal. I think he has 150% heal growth to heal back full health, so I feel like that would be really nice combination there.
Yeah. And now,
what was I say?
The next person you want to talk about will be.
I was just going to give it the overall rating for the ninja overall. So since my rating for PV was basically a 6.5 and my PvP was an 8 and a 7, I would give it like a overall 6.9 or something.
Overall for PvP?
No, for everything.
Like, okay, yeah.
If you do the average of the PvE and PvE for both talent and skill, I would put, because the skill wasn't that, because the PvE side was that kind of low, so then we'd lower it. So I put the 6.9 overall. It's not bad. It's a good rating. I mean, if you look at Trick's website, he doesn't have sky high ratings either.
Yeah, he does. This is really different.
So it can't like hype everything up and give everybody a 10. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I will give it a 6.9. Maybe push it up to a 7, but yeah.
I think for me overall, be just a straight 7. I was trying to think of what class when I to the town at PvP was. I think I said an 8. No, I think I said like a 7 or an 8 or something like that.
The PvP talent you said 8, I think, but it says skill for 7.
Okay, dynamics 15. I know I said like I said 5 for the skill on PvE, and then PvP I said I think I said 7 or 6.
6 or 7 for talent, 6 I think.
And if you want to go by that, that's at least 15, maybe 12, 27 divided by 2.
Wait. That.
No, I mean I would say just overall I'll go by a 7. Let's say 7.2.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. So basically, a ninja that's above average with a very interesting skill because of that random CC. I mean, you can't predict you can't really predict what ninja you're going to use against this ninja to counter him because I mean, it could be anything he comes out with.
Now, one last thing before we go to the ninja, I want to say is cast one random crowd control for 2 rounds. Now, do you think it's going to be they're going to pick one and it's going to apply to all ninjas, or is it going to be one random to every single ninja?
I feel like it's going to be one random to everyone since it doesn't specify. But I could be wrong. I mean, either way, it's really good though.
That'd be crazy if it did it where your Vanguard gets shocked, your 2 supporters get chaos. That'd be just crazy.
That would be insane. But I kind of actually prefer if it's random save for everyone because in PvE you want that chaos to come out.
Yeah.
That's what you want. So, I kind of want it to be the same one because of that, but yeah. That would be crazy though. Let's go on to the next ninja.